Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another weekly episode, another weekly offering of the Interconnected-ness, a weekly oracle series. It's your TheeMemoryAstrologer, and I just wanted to let you all know that I actually completed the first video for the weekly offering for this week, but I stopped it because I felt like it was too coded logically, and I need us to be able to be aware of both situations, the logical standpoint, but as well as the creative, the intuitive, the unseen, the subconscious, the deeper understanding. For me, I want us to be able to understand that portion better. So I am redoing this video, y'all, because I love you all, and because I respect you all, and because I really want the best for you all the whole time. So we have to just do the best for us, period. So, you all, this weekly offering, this weekly message is for, I'm going to say episode March 13th, but it's for the week of March 13th, 2023 to March 19th, 2023. I'm going to say 2024. So I kind of super duper like this. This also reminds me of this is the week before the last week of the year, before the astrological year starts on March 20th, okay? But let's talk a little bit about what this even means. So first things first, it's giving me playing card in my head. We need to be very mindful about this weekend. We need to be very mindful about this weekend. And because this weekend, they usually say it's the Joker. It's the last day and a half, 2 days of the year. And they can usually be chaotic. They can usually be a little, anything can happen type of situation. And I want us to be open to that anything can happen, so we can, have the logical mindset and have that ability to flow with situations. Being open to situations. Not being in a fixed perspective of situations. Okay. All right, y'all. So with knowing this, we're going to use this as a review process of how far we've came in it's almost like 90 days tops. We've been in a year. The new year, we've been in about 90 days. 31 January, 28 February, that's like 50 plus the 20. Yeah, almost 80 days, you feel me? What have you accomplished? Where are you at? If we've had a big old paper and you started off on the side, are you close to the middle now? Have you adventured a little bit this way? What did you learn? How are you going to use that information, those resources, that understanding, those experiences to your benefit? Why did that situation even matter? You feel me? What did it teach you? Did you reflect? Why is reflection important? Did you find out how strong you were? How's your sleep been? What type of eating have you been engaging in? Has your body been, you feel me? It's all these check-in times. This is really good. A good time to talk about it to yourself about this. A good time to review your accomplishments, to vocalize your accomplishments. Because right before I was doing this video, I had this really intense of like it was okay. The song in my head was "Let Me Clear My Throat," okay, and it was just you needed to like clear this whatever is in your throat. So maybe we should think about think about alcohol this week. It was giving burning in your throat type vibes. We drink that alcohol really fast, and okay. Be mindful when drinking alcohol consumption levels, how fast you're consuming these items. If you're smoking, you feel me, dry throat can come like that. Are you drinking your water when you're smoking? Are you smoking responsibly? This can also be like not expressing gratitude, you feel me, not knowing how to express oneself, so vulnerabilities. This is also, maybe you're the moment of breaking barriers. Because we're breaking barriers, it may feel uncertain to express vulnerabilities. And maybe we're growing our awareness to be in comfort in our own environments and in relationships. But How can we express our vulnerabilities to ourselves? And maybe, you know, having conversations in the mirror and saying, you know, I felt like this today. And this is the situation. This is how I dealt with it. I'm proud about how I dealt with it. You feel me? Like, how are we re-encouraging ourselves? I know re-encouraging isn't a word, but how are we encouraging ourselves from these experiences, from our understandings of the world? How are we vocalizing our awarenesses? How are we validating ourselves? How are we vocally validating, nourishing, uplifting ourselves? It's also silently giving, like, overspending because one feels slightly, like, slighted, uncomfortable, unsure, uncertain, anxious. We should drink some warm tea, some warm water. It might be a little nippy outside, so make sure you do your scarf the right way. Make sure you be mindful of your ears and chewing. And maybe soups would be really good this week. Be mindful of your fingers getting cold and your toes. This would be a really good week to massage individual toes. Ooh, this would be a really good week to do like a cuticle. I'm gonna really like this week. You should get some, girl, you can get some Vaseline. You can get some, I use like almond oil right before I get out the tub, right when I get out the tub. I go around my fingernails, I massage it, and it massages my mind, it massages my body. I want us to be very mindful about the emotional weight that emotional baggage, emotional weight. Let's understand why we feel this. Why are we feeling in our shoulders? What are we carrying? What do we feel like we're carrying a lot of? Who have we told that we're carrying this? Do we feel like we can share this out with someone? I certainly feel like there's gonna be like a lot of people talking this week, and I feel like we might want to like ignore the conversations. Why don't we like do a break, like let people know like, hey, this is how we're feeling right now. We can listen, but honestly, I don't really have the energy. You feel me? This is one of those weeks where we should speak up in situations like that. It allows us to work on that boundary setting, but it will also allow us to give our body what it needs so we can best assist people. And so, you know, it won't really hurt our relationships. The relationships that nurture us, validate us, assist us, continue growing those relationships, okay? Okay, cool. The music we listen to this week should probably be a little softer. And I'm genuinely thinking about like soft jazz, soft opera, like background music would really be very beneficial to us. Respiratory, we need to do like if we need to go outside more, and I feel like it's gonna be brisk outside. And you know when it's nice and brisk outside, and you're nicely dressed, and you go outside and you breathe in and you breathe out, and it feels so good and so warm and so like cool and refreshing in our chest. I want us to do those more. Those will really assist us as soon as we get off work. Yeah. I want us to be very mindful about our caffeine intake this week. Like, be mindful of our consumption of caffeine. I'm speaking more like coffee. Like the coffee that you drink, the hot coffee. I'm not talking like the cold coffee, none of that. I'm not thinking about that. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just want us to be on the same page as you all. All right, you all. If you would like to come on over to the Playful platform or Patreon, the Linktree link is in the description box below. The Patreon link is in the description box below. Please remember that you all also have access to all the weekly offerings. They're in a playlist. The astrological playlist is updated. The new moon playlist is updated. The full moon playlist is updated. Yeah, you all. If you would love to come on over to the Playful platform on Patreon and read any of the astrological writings, walkthroughs, see any of the previous full moon, new moon journals, they are over there and they are waiting to be explored by you all and for us to continue learning and growing. Okay, you all. I love 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 you all. Okay, I just want to shout it from the treetops. I love you all. I just feel like I needed to say that and like give you all like a hug. I love you all. Remember to prioritize your needs. I feel like your arms and your body are a little exhausted. You know when you be working out like, oh yeah, my arms are a little tense. I feel it's that. How can we calm our body down? We're gonna sit on that couch. Make sure you got your inside clothes on. Rubbing your feet while you sit on that couch watching your TV. Yeah. Make sure we turn them lights on when we sit in the living room in the dark. While we rub our ankles and rub our feet, okay? Okay, what's that? 3 of spades. Okay. I like that. I like that, like, the growth of self. Okay. Okie dokies. That also means hardness of self from life. They could be learning through experiences. So if you learn wisdom through experiences, are we picking up the wisdom? Are we attaining that wisdom and teaching it and, you know, taking it in? It's also silently giving, like, make other people, like, have fun and joke. But, like, how does that make you feel internally? Do you feel whole internally? Do you feel fulfilled internally? What would make you feel whole and fulfilled? What do you need in your environment? I feel like we need to move our body. It's silently, I see, you know, boxing. But it's not like they're boxing somebody else. It's some little things that look on the hands. Somebody moving them back and forth is like that. And I like that. Isn't it like hand-eye coordination, strategic thinking? It's giving appeasement of Mars. I like that. I like that a lot. That's Sun and Saturn. That's a whole lot there. That's excellent. Quick thinker. Ooh. I like that. That's powerful. There's going to be conversation in the background this week. We should be mindful about that. We should take the conversation and listen to it. We're going to be walking into situations. I feel like this week we should also incorporate cartoons. And I'm thinking like Mickey Mouse, the old Mickey Mouse when it's black and white, cartoons like that. On the Patreon for all the freebies, the old new moons and full moons, they have some cartoons on there as well. You all should watch those. I really feel, what's this? Really? Solar? This is the solar chakra? Okay. No, that is the crown chakra. I was like, no, that is. I feel like there's just so much information, so much downloads. It's like daydreams, bro, dreams. It's symbolism, and we have to be very mindful of it. Are we picking up the information? Symbolism. So that's why we're going to be incorporating these oracle cards so we can be mindful of it and to flow with it. The logical sense, the conscious, the awakened, the understanding sense. And then the symbolism that's going on in the environment. So maybe we might hear birds more often, or see ladybugs or butterflies, or pay attention to the colorfulness of flowers. So it could be anything. I want us to be very mindful of this so we can use development as a map. Be mindful of our shoulders, along our neck. We can strain ourselves during sleeping. And when we feel like we have to do stuff by ourselves a lot, we grit our teeth, we storm off, and we just be like in this aggravated and tense mood. I want us to be very mindful of ourselves and how we react like that in our teeth, and where we hold that energy. And I see it's our mouth, our shoulders, our neck, our wrists, our arms, our sides. Maybe we need to do some movements to get it out some. So let's think about that, you all. All right, so we have a 2 of diamonds, a 2 of hearts. And I like that because it's all about the connection of the spirit. Wow, I like this. And the consciousness of self, the intuitiveness. We already said how it's going to be logical, diamonds. The data is going to be here. And then it's also going to be the art of feeling. So here we need to be very mindful about our own feelings, our own emotions, our own needs. This is like the awareness of the emotion, and now the wanting to connect, the wanting to merge. So when we're like this, we need to be very mindful about who we're merging with, whose values we're merging with, the values that we've already previously attained. How are they helping us? Where do we got them from our parents, we got them from our caregivers, we got them from our environments. And they shaped our mindsets, and now it's like, what are we going to do with that? This is also being very mindful about our emotional spending, how we feel about ourselves can impact our money. So how can we be open and aware to that? This is also thinking about receptive relationships. Are our relationships receptive? What does that mean to be receptive? What about their values? It's giving like the balance and the weigh things out. How can we weigh things out? What does that even mean to weigh them out in a relationship? To weigh our heart, to weigh our values, to weigh our understandings. This is also like the connection of body and the connection of the growth of the continuous aspect of the body. So here I see, it's more so just balancing things out. So if we've been eating more, I don't know, just saying like incorporate more greens. It's really just giving that. It's trusting oneself, being able to follow through, being able to work together. What does that mean? I like this. I like this 2 of hearts being like sidestep. But it's also this like silent bit of uncertainty here. I like that we can review ourselves, review our own independence of ourselves from where we have been. I like this. This is a beautiful reading. This is a beautiful reading aspect to check in to see where you are currently. What do you need currently? I like this. This is deep. This is beautiful. Back of the deck, bro. Come on now. Ace of diamonds upright. I like this. I want us to be very mindful about our own engagements, our own mindsets, our own perspectives of ourselves. And we can use this as an opportunity to regroup ourselves. I like this. Yeah, we can use this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we can eat this. Most definitely. They got the birds. Oh yeah. It's a lot of environmental conversations. We just have to be mindful. It's like that's the hesitancy. I see it. Oh, in our stomachs. Be very mindful of how fast we're eating this week. Yeah, we can like get an upset stomach. We need to up our intake and move in our ankles this week. Our ankles are like all the joints. This anxiousness right in the head. Yep, there goes the feathers. This is really kind of funny though. Letting go and grief reverse. Okay, letting go and grief. So letting go is the aspect of allowing ourselves to continue growing and expounding and adventuring into the people that we're destined to be. So when we are growing, sometimes we might be a little hesitant because of, you know, the uncertainty of the world, because of maybe the contentment of one's own values. Maybe one already receives and one already has what one wants. Well, what about the continued growth and process of yourself? What about that? What does it mean to continue growing? So when we continue growing, we're not erasing parts of ourselves. We're not removing parts of ourselves. We're allowing parts of ourselves to continue to grow and to be blossomed and to be deepened. And sometimes that might look like stepping away from previous mindsets, previous perspectives, previous things, previous joys, previous friends, previous connections, previous ideals. That doesn't mean you won't have things that won't service you. That doesn't mean that you won't not ever be you. That just means you get to define the different layers of you, the many different portions of you. So why not you? Why not you? Right action. It was letting go reverse. It says, everything is indeed out of control, and God would hold it all. I can safely let go. That's being able to work with your own strength and to know what you can and cannot do. I like that. I like that a lot. That's deep. Grief. It says, tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Tears are what happens when ice in the heart melts. That's deep, y'all. We're talking about being vulnerable. What does that mean to be vulnerable? To not allow the situations and the experiences, hardness, but to allow us to continue growing and blossoming in spite of getting ourselves up to continue growing. Right action. Right action. It has the birds. It has the flower. Oh my goodness, it does have flowers. It has the feathers. So these are the things we need to be very mindful of. Blue feathers. When it rains, windy days. What does it mean to just reconnect to nature? To just reconnect to like the present moment? What does that really mean? What does that mean to just trust and believe and to flow? What does that feel like in your body? It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of steadiness and harness and commitment and devotion. And what steps would you take to gain this connection, steadiness, being able to learn to flow? Right action says, Apagareya literally means everything that wants to go, and everything that wants to come. Here, it says right action, right? And then the next one, it says right. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I truly feel like this week is going to be a lot of things going on in the mental. And the best thing for us is just to continuously take breaks. Like, daydreaming breaks, yes, but then reality, coming back to reality. Daydream, yes, then coming back to reality. We need to practice more grounding ourselves, hearing situations for really what it is, paying attention to situations for really what it is, asking the right questions. There's no clubs here. There's no clubs here. It's all spades. Diamonds. Then the next one was a 6 of clubs reversed, and that was like 3 cards reversed. I love you all. Have a wonderful week.